everybody. Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster. This will be part 6. In the last part, and it's been a little while since I played this now, it's been about a week, we went through the Earth Cave to try to save the town of Melmond here. And at the end of the cave, we fought the vampire, and we received key item Star Ruby after the boss fight. So, now we've made it back here to town, and we have to go to our next destination. And I saved and healed, and I've bought all the items and everything that I need. The next destination is the Giant's Cave. Trying to remember where that is on the map. West. We're just going to set up our auto battles for this stuff. We'll auto through. And this should be the Giant's Cave over here. Auto the spiders. So here you'll see there's a staircase up and a room to the south. Let's go to the room to the south first. Once we can get past the giant, that is. So you have to give him the Star Ruby that we got after the vampire, and he will eat it, or whatever he does with it, and he's going to let us pass. Walks out of the cave through the wall. So, there are mobs in here, but I believe they're all the mobs that we've already faced in the game. So in here, there's 4 treasure chests. Continue to fight the ogres. Source of guild. Gil, and a mithril helm. I don't know that any of this is better. The Great Axe is better by a decent chunk, I guess. Just hit everybody. Optimal there. Alright, so now that we've done that, head north and take the stairs to the north. Lesser Titans, we fought these before. They hit me hard, but otherwise they're not. No X potion there, that's awesome. I think that's a full heal. Alright, so now you're out here. You're out at the other side. We're just going to follow the path around to the south of the cave here. And this will be called the Sage's Cave. So we're gonna head in here. You can look at the map. There are 2 rooms here. There's a whole bunch of pots there. I don't think you have to search those for now. I don't think there's anything in them. And you can verify that by the fact that there is a chest in this cave. In here, you'll find the sage. Talk to him. So he's saying that the vampire wasn't the leader you're looking for. He was just a servant. You gotta go deeper in the cavern. So this is gonna let us access the stairs behind the vampire. There's like a tablet there that we had things in the way that we could remove. So, now that this is done, I'm going to head back to town quickly and restock items. And unfortunately to do that, I'm going to have to go over to one of the starting towns. There is no item shop in Belmont. It's probably going to be about a 5-minute detour, but that being said, the detour is well worth it at this point, because it'll just make life a whole lot easier for the rest of the game. I'll just make sure that I have enough antidotes and enough ethers and tents and all that type of stuff, because I have, let's see how much, 20,000 gil to spare right now. So we'll go do that, and then we'll head back to the Earth Cave afterwards. I want to make sure I have enough softs for the birds down there that turn into stone and all different things like that. So this is probably something I should have done before the Marsh Cave, and I didn't, and I ran into some issues with poison in there. If we were playing the version of Final Fantasy that has MP instead of the few magic points that you're given in this version, it would be less of an issue. Oh yeah, I don't want to be here. I want to get on the boat. All of these enemies that you've been on the boat, I think I've fought them all before, and they should be pretty easy at this point. So, hop back in through the passage we created with the nitro powder. And we're just going to go back up to the first town in the game and get to the item shop. We are back at Cornelia. So here what we're going to buy is we're going to buy at least, I don't know, 20 antidotes. I don't think it hurts to have 20 of each of these. They're cheap enough. This Cure Stone is a little bit more expensive. I'll buy 10 of those total. Phoenix Downs, I want to be able to res everybody. I'll buy 10 of these as well. Just keep in mind the amount of gold I have. I'll buy, I don't know, 30 high potions, and the rest of the gold I'll spend on ethers. I think that's good enough. I have 4 tents and a cottage. As long as I'm careful, I shouldn't run into too many issues where I need a tent and don't have one. So I'm just going to come in here and spend the rest of my very few gil here, resting back up and getting full health and mana before I go into the Earth Cave. Because now it's time we're going to go restore the first crystal. Sharks here. Again, your thieving warrior should basically push out everything at this point. To the outside world here, especially the older enemies on the boat. We're on our way back to Belmont, and we're going to go back to the Earth Cave. Got some fingers. Get a decent amount of HP or EXP in. is why I bought so many moments, because potentially you could need 4 by the end of this fight. Hopefully I'll need enough, because that's the goal, without wasting mana. Good so far. Let's get us there. Nice. Alright, so we are here at the Earth Cave. I'm just going to do a little safety save. No reason to get stuck and lose all the progress we've made so far. So here in the first 3 levels, we've already done everything there is to do. I think I've mentioned it before, but if you go over here to the left side, the west here of the cave, in this little circle, you'll get a fight every step. It's just kind of a quick little place you can power level if you're looking to do that to fight all the enemies in here. So we're continuing into floor 2. Here on floor 2, oops. You'll see the exit is in the bottom right there, so we're going to just head down towards that. Auto battling as we go, and I will, obviously I'll cure the poisons and things like that as we go. I'm going to just heal up fully before we enter the new section, so I will try not to waste too much time healing, unless somebody gets super low somehow. This Minotaur's is pretty hard, but as long as the attack's focused on the water, there's nothing to worry about. This way. I'm gonna wait for this bat to get out of our way. Alright, here we go. Ambushed here, might take a little bit of damage. Yeah. Might be worth throwing a couple of potions after this. Now we are down at the 3rd floor. This is the floor that's kind of like circle. We're just gonna go all the way around again, back into that middle area, the door that's like right above us where we are now. And that's where we fought the vampire, and then we're gonna exit the right door there, and we're gonna go up to the tablet that we couldn't get past before. But now that we have the item on the stage, we should be able to get past that tablet and into the new section of the cave. I believe this paralysis goes away after the battle's over, so we should have nothing to cure here. I'm wondering, is there a way to view... I don't know if there's a way to view the bestiary in-game. You have to do it at the start menu. But there is a rare... Oh, there it is. The jelly is a rare spawn on this one. So you make sure that you can get that. He's found in floors 3 through 5. So, sorry, spoiler, we're gonna have a couple more floors under this one. This is quite a large cave. or stone is like a huge... makes it a lot more difficult, and I guess a lot more difficult just to auto your way through all these fights. If I could equip a ribbon on everybody so we can get assassin next time, do that immediately. I don't even remember if those were in this game or not, but they were in later versions of Final Fantasy. Use some more potions here. Alright, so we are where we fought the vampire. Now let's continue on to the next piece of So we'll take the item we got from the sage, and we'll use it here on the tablet. And then we'll reveal a staircase. So here we are at floor 4. There's a room to the top, there's stairs to the very top left, and a room to the bottom. So it looks like there's 5 chests in the room to the top and 3 to the room to the bottom. So we're gonna just work our way to both. Go towards the stairs in the top left. Everybody's getting a couple more levels here. That's good. I don't think there are too many new enemies on these floors. Might get 1 or 2. I don't remember really. You do get monsters in a lot of these chests. So let's have our first fight here. These hyenodons. Looks like they have some darkness. Maybe the overheat did. So, chest containing staff. Doesn't look like the spawns us through, so we'll just come over here. Same fight. Zara, it's pretty hefty damage on everybody, but nothing too crazy. Keeps casting it, then there's a problem, so let's go. These guys out. The Ogre Mage was also an enemy at this point, I think. Alright, 3,400 heal there. Use the high potions we got. Head over to this side, some more monsters. Sphinx, this is a new enemy. These guys can definitely hurt. You should be able to take them out with normal attacks. Use your magic here. Chest here, it's got monsters in it as well, more sphinxes. And more gil. That's why I wasn't worried about spending all my gil before, because I knew that I would get it back pretty quickly here. So, looks like I have to kind of backtrack up around and then go down. Let's do that. Now these guys here are against the boss, fleeing from us, because we're so much higher level than them. I'm gonna use a potion on our white mage here, just so we don't have a casualty at some point. This one. Now these are the birds that can turn you to stone. Fingers crossed that doesn't happen. I only have 10 cures for that. Oh, there's a gold beetle, so that's good. What are we going here? Oh, 6 of them. Probably should have cast Fury or something. stone as they turn damage dealers. There's kind of a cool little trick here. If you leave that character stoned the rest of the game, I think 25% of the attacks happen on your main character, so you just will take no damage 25% of the time then. I'm not going to do that for the purposes of this playthrough. But I've seen people do that in speedruns and stuff. You just get your first character in line there, and you get them to have the stone effect, and then you fight through the 3 other characters. You kind of don't have to worry about healing most of the game. I don't know if it's faster or not, but I've seen people do it. Alright, monsters here. We fought this before. It's kind of the same battle we had up in that north room. Physical damage dealers and everybody else, but there's a tent. That's related to the monsters here. Same fight again. Hold is a paralysis. Again, it's something that appears after the fight. So no big deal there. And what do we get here? Some guild. And then the last one here, again with the same thing. Luckily we do enough physical damage that even the blind here fairly much one-shot everybody. So we put blink, which is like a ranged spell on himself there. Nice to get through that. So I believe all this, and Mithril Shield. So we'll equip that. 4 defense upgrade, that's nice. Alright, and let's work our way. Is that all of the treasures in this place? That is all of the treasures in the Earth Cave, so we're going to work our way up to the stairs. And go to the 5th floor. They still need a lot of casters in your just so nobody knows. Alright, 5th floor here. There are no treasures here, so you can just go straight to, there's no reason to go to that right side of the map at all. You can just come right to the left side of the map and go to that door there on the left. Fight, getting a couple more level ups, and here is the last room of the cave, and there's a yellow cave. So all you do to start the boss battle to restore the crystal is interact with this yellow orb here. You're going to fight the Lich. He's an undead enemy. So undead just are weak against fire, and then your DS spells. This is the Fiend of Earth. So attack with our 2 main characters. I'm gonna just toss a Diaga and Furiga at him and see what that type of damage that does. Physical doesn't do too much. 200 Diaga. 276 from fire spell. Cold mist. I'm gonna just waste all my attack through this round. Fear up again. I don't know how much health this has. This version of it. Stop the auto here. Alright, so when you kill this boss, you get the achievement unlocked. Earth's Blessing to restore the Earth Crystal's light. So we hold the Earth Crystal up to it, we restore it. And all the rot that is in the ground will slowly start to heal. So, that is our first crystal restored, and then you can stand on this pad to leave, so you don't have to backtrack through the 5 levels of the cave. And that'll put you outside. So now that we're out here, I'm going to just use a few healer res, make sure everybody's topped. Don't really worry about magic at this point, because we're going to go right back to town to heal up. Well, I guess I'll use another Furia. Just do that. Quick work for that one. Continue back up towards town. Critical strike here. I definitely don't want to waste my mana when I do that. Not that it really matters because I'm going to save right now, but just generally, we'll get 2 attacks in before the enemy goes, and you can usually take out most of them in that time. So I remember how I had no gil going in there. I've made 53,000 gil in that cave. I knew that I would make a lot there, so I wasn't worried about stocking up on items. We're going to spend 100 of it here to rest up. And our next journey will be to Crescent Lake. And I will be doing that in the next part. So I'm going to save here. And thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you in the next part where we go to Crescent Lake.